Before starting, I want to tell you something a little bit about myself. So, not only because I'm terribly egocentric, but also because I'd like to share a little bit about my own experience. So, you know where to locate myself, you know what I do, and hopefully this can help you understand what I want to do. Well, anyway, I studied in Turin, both undergraduate and postgraduate degrees in Turin, and then I moved to Durham. Durham is a terrible place in the north of England, with a very good university. So I did my Ph.D. in Durham, and then I did a postdoc in Sydney. I did another postdoc at Cambridge, and now finally I got a full job at Cardiff. What I do is essentially ethnography. So ethnography with vulnerable groups, marginalized groups, mainly homeless people, but also drug users, and I will tell you more about the research that I do. Ethnography is one of the methods I'm going to introduce you to. I think that is going to be tomorrow. It's my favorite thing, so hopefully you enjoy it. But if you don't have time to come tomorrow, ethnography, it's essentially just spending time with people and listening to people. So this is what I'm going to say for 2 hours tomorrow, so if you want to skip it, you can. Now I'm based in Cardiff. One of the most important part of my research is this notion of being a research activist. And I'm going to say something about this at the very end of the week. So how can you combine both research and activism? Now, qualitative methods. I know that not all of you can see, and if you can't, you can just maybe move forward if you want. It's entirely up to you. So these are the 5 points I'm going to cover in today's lecture. And these 5 points are essentially related to what are qualitative methods, and what is ethics? What is the ethics of doing qualitative research? And the first point is really the basic. Qualitative what? What is qualitative? What do I mean by qualitative methods? I know that a lot of you have no training with qualitative methods, and some others do have training with qualitative methods, so I'm sorry if some of the stuff I'm going to say is a bit repetitive, but I need to start from the scratch for the ones of you that don't have any understanding of what a qualitative method is. So I want to start with 2 very simple definitions. And the first one on the left is taken from this geographer, Paul Cloke. And well, essentially Paul Cloke is saying us that qualitative data are data that reveal the qualities of certain phenomena, events, and aspects of the world under study. So it's about qualities, okay? Colors, smells, sounds, the qualities of what you look at, not quantities, or not only quantities. And the other quote says that qualitative research can be constructed as a research strategy that usually emphasizes words rather than quantification in the collection of analysis and data, which is essentially exactly what I just said. Qualities, not quantities. So, very straightforward kind of definitions. Now, just to let you understand a little bit more about this idea of the qualities of things. I think that in order to understand qualitative methods, you can divide you can start to speak about them looking at 2 main things. The first is the question that you can ask through qualitative methods, and the second is the typology of data that you can collect. So qualitative methods are not good for everything, they are good for certain things, and these things are listed in this first half of this table. So essentially 3 main questions. The first one is about what are the shapes of structures and relations in the world? What kind of relations do take place in the world that we study, in the fields that we study? The second one is about what are individuals' experiences of these relations and structures? And the third one is about what is the politics of the structures and the experiences. So the idea is that in society there are structures, of course, structures of gender, structures of class, structures of whatever you want to, and relations between individuals and institutions. And qualitative methods can allow you to understand how these relations work and how structures come to the fore. So the structures are not there forever, they do change, and you can use qualitative methods to understand how structures in society change. Okay? So this is something that you can do with these methods. What kind of methods are usually implied in disciplines like sociology, geography, anthropology? Well, essentially there are 4 or 5 different kinds of methods. The first one, broadly and generally are conceived as oral methodologies. Okay, oral methods. And the most basic form of oral methods is the interview. Good, the interview. And the second one, the focus group, and so on and so forth. So all the methods that are essentially based on a dialogue between the participant and the researcher. Second typology of methods are textual kind of methods. Okay? If you cannot see again everything, this press is online. I can send you the link and you can watch it later. The second kind of typology are textual methods. So for instance, the deconstruction of a text is a textual method. Okay? And these are qualitative methods. You look for the quality of the text. In the first case, you look for the qualities of the interaction, the discursive interaction between the participants, or the participants and yourself. The third set of methods are participatory methods, which is, they contain mostly what I do, and this is ethnography, it's about observation, it's about being participant in the action that you are actually researching. And the last kind of methodology are so-called haptic methods or performative methods. Essentially here the idea is not only that you perform the action, but that you try to look for the sensorial realm of the action. So how do you feel within that particular action? How do your participants feel within that particular action? Okay? So it's about performances, it's about the texture of the social, it's about the temperature in the room, if you want, and these kind of things. So questions and typologies of qualitative methods. Now, in your brain, probably the other set of methods that you may know are the quantitative kind of methods. So what are the differences, the main differences between qualitative and quantitative? Well, in this table, again, I summarize some of the main differences. But I don't entirely buy into the distinctions that are in this table. The reason why I put the distinctions up here is because this is what usually we are told when we look at quantitative and qualitative methods. So quantitative is about data, and qualitative is not about data, it's not about numbers. Quantitative is about the adoption of natural science, while qualitative is the rejection of natural science. I think, honestly, that this is not entirely true. You shouldn't really buy into this sharp distinction between the two. There are different set of methods in quantitative and qualitative research, but it's not true that one is objective and the other is not objective. It's not true that quantitative methods are objective methods and qualitative methods are subjective methods. And this is, if I want to leave you something after a week, this is the thing I want to leave you with. It's not true that numbers are subjective. And many of you already know this, of course, but it's all a matter of how you approach research and how you approach methodology. It's not about the method per se.
Actually, on the same point, in some schools are trying to provide a different definition between quantitative and qualitative, using the definition between standard and non-standard methods, which I believe can kind of resolve some of these issues.
Exactly. Precisely. So if this is already the understanding that you are in this class, we are already like halfway through. All right, so the key of what he just said and what I want to say is epistemology. We started this course on qualitative methods talking straight of methods, but methods actually are the last part of a long lineage, if you want, that you need to understand. And the first point is epistemology, and the second point is methodology, and the third point are the methods themselves. Okay. So the fact that I'm using this television and I'm talking to you in this way is a method, but it's not my methodology and it's not my epistemology. So what is epistemology? Well, essentially, the straight definition is that epistemology is the theory of knowledge.